I divided all. I divided 128 fighters into 4 subgroups of 32, based on maybe alphabetization. Now, there are certain groups that will be there, and I will tell you the matchups and all that. So it will be hard pressed to happen. So so anyway, so 4 groups of 32. The top 8 from each of the 4 subgroups goes to the final 32-man tournament. I will do one final tournament of 32 people, and then have every fight and all that. There'll be certain times that if the fight goes over a certain amount of rounds, then we will skip and go to the next one. There are 4 groups, and there have been some groups that actually have had multiple undefeated champions, meaning that they went through 5-0 for everything. So they will be drawn independent from each other. What I mean is that certain numbers come up, and then they will be given buys and all that. Man, my numbers are something's off. So anyway, we will get going. The drums are being set up. To determine positioning and all that. So anyway, they're just setting up the numbers because there are certain numbers in certain groups that have undefeated fighters. So if you went to the tournament 5-0, you automatically get a top spot. No matter what happens, no matter what number your numbers. So anyway, there might be some group of death fights and all that. Is that all? No, I can't. Yeah. 23. Okay, so Group A had 32 fighters, 5 undefeated fighters. There'll be Ketchel, Barry, McCaffrey, Griffin, and Young Corbett II. Those 5 went through their tournaments 5-0. They didn't have to go through multiple tournaments. There are 12 non-American fighters in Group A. So now we'll do the draw. Here we go. And the first ball out of the hopper is the 2 ball. So it'll be Gabriel Elorde, who will be given the 6th seed. So Elorde will be given the 6th seed in lieu of it, because Elorde is a top French guy, so Elorde will be number 6. Next up is ball number 16, which is Sandy Sadler. So he'll get the 7th seed in the A group. So that's what you gotta do. The next ball is 27, which is Frank Klaus. So Frank Klaus will be the 32 seed based on his personality. So Klaus will be given the 32 seed, so he might have the tough one. Next ball is number 4. So Roberto Duran. And Duran will be the 8th seed in the group. So Duran will have to, remember, you have to fight, you have to win twice. All you have to do is get in the top 8. So you win your first 2 fights in the group, you're automatically around 32. However, the better you do in your subsections, the better your seeding in the final 32, because that could be critical. Roberto Duran is off the board. Next up is number 12. So that's Archie Moore, the Mongoose. So he will be given the 9th seed. So we could see a Duran-Archie Moore match for a spot in the round of 32. Next up is ball number 22. 22, so 4. So 22. So that is Billy Miskey. Miskey will be given the 10 seed. So we could see a Sadler Miskey matchup. We don't have any of the top seeds yet because the balls have not hit. Next ball is number 30. And that's Oleg Maskiev of Russia. And Maskiev will be given the 31 seed. Wow. They don't do him any favors as the only Russian champion. So Maskiev will be given the 31 seed, so he's at the mercy. Next ping pong ball is 24, and that would be Benny Yanger. So Benny Yanger will be given the 30 seed in this competition in Group A. Next ball is number 24. No, 24, sorry. Number 20, excuse me. And that's Terry McGovern. So McGovern will be given number 29 in Group A. So that's not good. And now next one is, oh, sorry, I screwed up. I went with the wrong ping pong ball. Wrong name. 17 is Bruno Akari, and he will be given the 10 seed. He'll be given number 11. So Akari gets number 11 on the board. So Bruno Akari gets the luck of the draw. Next up is number 21, which is Ken Norton. So Ken Norton gets the 12 seed and all that. So Ken Norton will be number 12. Next ball is 25. So that's Benny Yanger. Can't be right. Did I get the numbers wrong? Hold on. 16, 25, right? 17. So that's Griffin Misk. Oh, no. Did I do the numbers wrong? Shit. I probably did too. Misk. Ken Norton. Okay. So Ken Norton. Next up for Norton, Benny Yanger. Did I do the numbers wrong? Something? 24. Packy McFarland. Okay. I think I did my numbers wrong. Yeah, Young Corbett. Okay, Young Corbett the second. Sorry, I did do it right. So Young Corbett the second, and because he was undefeated, he gets the 1 seed. So the first undefeated champion has been picked. It's Corbett the second. So he'll face Frank Klaus in the first round for guarantee. Sure. Okay, number 10. 4 and 10. Oh gosh, Muhammad Ali, and the balls did not help him. He will be number 13 on the list. So he'll face whoever number 4 is, possibly. Nah, poor Ali. That's the way the ping pong balls go. Next ping pong ball is number 8, and that is Salvador Sanchez of Mexico, who was given the 14 seed. The Mexican. Next is ping pong ball 6. That is Joe Gans of the United States. And Gans, I think, will be given number 28. Where is 28? Okay, there. Gans will take on the number 5 guy, but Joe Gans. Not Panama Joe Gans. Just Joe Gans of the United States. Gotta write that down. Okay, next ping pong ball is number 15, which is Joey Maxim. And Maxim will go in number 27, and will face Alorde in the first round. Next up in the ping pong ball is, that's my turn, 26, right? Yeah, 26. So that is 4, 8, 10. 4. Okay, so I think I got my numbers wrong again. We can always just skip that. 5, ping pong ball 5 is Jeff Finish. So Jeff Finish. And Finish will be given the number 15 seed? Yeah, so Jeff Finish is number 15. Well, ping pong ball 26 is the number 1 guy. Wait, was he ahead of Young Corbett the second? Okay, so ping pong ball is supposed to be Young Corbett the second. No, that was it. Okay, somehow my numbers are wrong again. I'll figure it out. Ping pong ball 18 is Hank Griffin. Okay, so Hank Griffin's ping pong ball, and he will be the number 2 seed. So Hank Griffin, who went undefeated, he'll face Maskett in the first round. I could face Finish. So Hank Griffin, okay? Fair enough. And now the 3 ping pong ball number 3, Jimmy Berry, who won an early one. So Jimmy Berry will take on Yanger in the first round. He could face Salvador Sanchez. Okay, so that ping pong ball is out of the hopper. Number 9 is Henry Armstrong. And he will be given the number 27. 26. So Henry Armstrong will face Sandy Sadler in the first round with Misk right there. So Henry Armstrong. So 9, right? Number 9. Henry Armstrong, number 9. Number 14, that is Oscar Monzon. So Monzon will be given ping pong ball number 16. So Monzon's number 16, which is huge for him. Sorry about that. And then 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Jack McCaulfrey. Okay, so McCaulfrey, who went undefeated in his tournament, he will face McGovern in the first round and could face Muhammad Ali. Okay, so that's whoever the opponent you want. 11 is Holman Williams. So Holman Williams will be given number 25, so he will have to face Durand in the first round. 23 is Young Jack Thompson. They'll be given number 24. Right? Yes, Young Jack Thompson will be facing Archie Moore in the first round. So that is that. 28. So that is Jack Sharkey. So Jack Sharkey, he was given number 17. Oh man, you got Monzon and Sharkey in the first round. That's going to be the death of you yet. And ping pong ball 19, which is Sergio Palma. Yep. So Sergio Palma will face Spanish in the first round. Will face Griffin or Maschio. So Sergio Palma, that's pretty good. How many more spots do we have left? And we have 4 more spots left, so we will go by alphabet. Stanley Ketchel is guaranteed the number 5 seed, so Ketchel will face Joe Gans first. So Stanley Ketchel's been done. Who has not been? Chung Pao Park. So Park will be Chung Pao Park. Okay, we're down to 4 now. Okay, so Chung Pao Park will be given the 22 seed and will face Akari in the first round. The last 4 is alphabetical. Packy McFarland will be given the match against Muhammad Ali. So 3 next. Ali and face McCaulfrey, McGovern, and McFarland. Oh boy. And then Mike Donovan of Ireland, he'll face Ken Norton in the first round, so that's going to be a hard one with the Ketchel and Gans thing with Donovan. Cal McCarthy will be given the match against Bisk with Sadler and Armstrong. And finally, there's my thing. And finally, Group A, it will be Bruno Sherrard, who will be given the match against Salvador Sanchez. So, yeah. So, it's a critical group. So it has been done. So the numbers are there, and I will get you more in depth with Group A when it's done. All right, so that's it. Now we got to do another one. For Group B, there are 6 guys who could be the 1 seed, and the ping pong balls say 32. So the first name of the hopper is Wesley Ramey. Ramey, who won the last tournament. Yeah, Ramey won the last tournament. So he will be the 32 seed, unfortunately, because the ping pong ball came out and he's not a famous guy. Next is 16, and that is Rocky Marciano. The only problem is Marciano is not one of the guys who went undefeated. So that's bad news. He'll be given the 7th seed. He could have been the number 1 seed if he had it. Next is ping pong ball 11, which is Percy Bassett, right? Percy Bassett. So Bassett is given the 1 seed and will face Remy. That could actually be kiss of death, if you will. Classic facing Randy being the 1 seed. But that's the way it goes. That's the way the draw will go. Okay. 14 is Mike McCollum of Jamaica. And he will be given the 8 seed. So Mike McCollum will be lucky. He'll get the 8 seed in that draw. And then it will be Dwight Quay. And Quay will be given the 31 seed. So Quay will be there. One is Hector Macho. So Hector Macho Camacho is given the 2 seed for this match. So Camacho will face Quay first. Right. Okay, there we go. Oh shoot, I screwed up. Because there's 7. There's 7 undefeated guys. Ah, shoot. Well, can't do too much about it. Now, freak. So whoever is the last undefeated guy will have to get the 8 seed. I'm sorry, but I fucked it. 29. 29. Spalino, but oops. Wrong guy. Chris Bird. So 29 is Chris Bird. So Chris Bird is the 3 seed in this thing. So Chris Bird's the 3 seed. 4 is Pernell Whitaker. So Whitaker will jump up to the 9 seed. So Pernell Whitaker, Sweet Pea, is number 9. We might face McCollum. That's a good matchup. 28 is 28 is Ben Jordan of England. Well, I'm sorry, Ben Jordan, you're number 30, so you'll face Chris Bird in the first round. Then comes 27, Jiro Watanabe. And I think he's good. So Jiro Watanabe will be number 10. Watanabe. Right? Can't spell. Watanabe. So Watanabe will be the 10 seed. Jiro Watanabe. And then 25 is SK Moon. But SK Moon will be given the 29 seed. So Sun Kill Moon will be number 29, will face the 4 seed. Next is 31, which is Tiger Flowers, who will be given a benefit of the doubt in the 11 seed. In this group, 31. Next up is 19. That is Gene Tunney. Oh my gosh, Tunney gets the 12 seed. So there's Tunney getting there. Unluck of the draw, if you ask me. And then, wait, Tunney's number 19, right? Yeah. Then 22 is Buster Mathis. So Buster Mathis will be getting number 13. All right. The numbers are off. 22. 17 is, I should do that. Put the cursor in. 17 is Pretty Civic. But I don't like him. I don't think Civic's good. So Civic will be the 28th seed. Next is 13, which is Mike Nunn. And I'm going to say no to that. So Nunn's the 27 seed, which is number 6. Next up is number 3. That would be Ray Robinson. Not Sugar. That's Sugar Ray Robinson. Is he 13? No. Sugar Ray Robinson will be the 14 seed. So that might work out for him. Then 21. 21. I thought I did 21. No, I didn't. Dutch Boy Jim. So Dutch Boy Jim, who went undefeated, will be the 4 seed. So he'll face Sun Kill Moon, the battle of Thailand versus Korea. Buster Mathis is there too. So that could work out for the Thai fighter. Dutch Boy Jim. Next up is the 2, Abatel. So Abatel, the Fighting Hebrew, who actually was kind of a heavy heavy guy for the mob in the 1919 World Series. Bet you didn't know that. Okay, number 7 is Jack Johnson. Ooh, he got a bad number. Jack Johnson. Well, that's what happens when you don't go undefeated. Well, Jack Johnson actually might have a good move. If he wins his match, he'll face Bassett or Ramy. So Jack Johnson might actually have hit the jackpot, if you will. Bassett just got the wrong number. 6. 6 is next. So that is Lloyd Marshall. So Lloyd Marshall will be given the 5 seed. Lloyd Marshall will face Civic. There's Gene Tunney coming at him too. And the next is the 8. And that is Willie Pep. Oh boy, Jack Johnson and Willie Pep will have to fight. One of those guys will be the heavy favorites to get into the last round of 32. As I said, top 8 move on to the final 32. But the better you do, the better your seed gets within the subsection. So if you win like A, B, C, or D, you're guaranteed a top 4 spot. Runner up, you get 5 through 8. Semifinalists based on the best winning percent. I don't know how I'm going to do the semifinalists. Like, well, they're from 9 to 16. And then, you lose your second round match from 17 to 32 based on the draw. I guess luck of the draw or something like that. I'll have to do that. Did I do 8? I'll lose track of time. Yep, 15. So that would be Sokokol of Thailand. So Sokokol is a 6 seed. I better spell his name right. So Sokokol will take on Michael Nunn with Tiger Flowers in the wings. '21 and 15 have been of 6 and 9 been plucked. 6 has been. So the last number is 9. And that is Harry Greb. So Greb will be given the 18 seed by accident. So Greb will face Attell with Camacho and Clyde coming. So Greb gets that. I know he's undefeated, but I fucked up the numbers. I thought I had 6 instead of 7. But I can't draw again. 15, 30. 30 is Travis Sims. And Sims will be given the... Who's 27? Travis Sims will be number 26, so he'll face Marciano in the first round. 26 is next. And that would be... Can't be right. Oh, Jack Delaney. So Jack Delaney... So Jack Delaney will be number 25. And will face McCallum first. I think he's Irish, Jack Delaney. Oh no, he's not, because I would have read 23. It's Jack Burke of Ireland, and he'll be number 24. So Jack Burke will face Whitaker first round. Okay. Did I do 23? Yeah, I did. Okay, so 20. That is Tyrone Everett. So Tyrone Everett will be given number 21, and he'll face Gene Tunney first. With the one with Marshall and Civic. 20 has been done. 24 has been done. 20 Shuko. Shuko will be number 23, right? Yep. So Shuko will face Watanabe first, and then Simpson Marciano. All right. So should have 1, 2, 3 numbers. Not drawn. Mike Tyson never got his number called. So Mike Tyson will be given number 19. Oh man, Tyson got bit by the numbers. So Tyson will have to face Sugar Ray Robinson first. Ugh. I would have put him at 22 with Tiger Flowers because he might have a chance. But Tyson got fucked. Well, that's what happens when you don't get picked. Charlie Burley will be the number 22 seed. He'll face Flowers with Sosako and Nunn. So I think that's a what? The 4 guys, that's wide open. And finally, who did not get picked? Oh, Bob Montgomery. And Bob Montgomery is number 20, so he'll have to face Mathis with the one with Dutch Boy and Sun Kill. So that's that. Alright, so so now we do it again. Group C has 8 guys who are undefeated. So those guys will be from 1 to 8. Again, the numbers. Alright, first number is a 17. First number goes to Gustav Schultz of Germany, who will unfortunately draw number 32. So Gustav Schultz will be in the 132 matchup. And he will face, number 5 is Bob Foster. Bob Foster is going to get number 31. So Bob Foster not getting a good draw. 6 is Luis Manuel Rodriguez. So Alan Rodriguez will be the first in the top 8. So he's the 1 seed. So he'll get Schultz in the first match. 24 is Paulie Ayala. And he will be number 30 on the list. I gotta make sure. I think there's a Tony Ayala who fought 24, right? Should be. Okay, 15 is Calabe from Italy, and he'll be number 29. So Calabe will be number 29 on the list. Hope I spelled that right. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did. Sweet. Next up is number 14. That is Jimmy Carruthers. Will be number 28. So Carruthers will be number 28. One of the Australians who qualified. 26 is the next number. That is Ayub Kalule from Uganda. Unfortunately, they don't give him much of a difference, so he'll get number 27. Where's 27? Kalule. There he is. K-A-L. So Kalule is number 27 on the list. Next up is 28, which is Cuban Black Bill, who will get number 26. So Cuba Black Bill, number 26. Surprised that we don't have a matchup yet. 12 is next. 12 is next. So that is Eder Joffrey. Joffrey will be given the 9th seed. The man from Brazil will be given the 9th seed. So he's in a good position. Next up is 16. That can't be right. Why do I have 16 twice? Or did I screw up and put... No? No, sorry. I'm right. Jersey Joe Walcott. Okay, I did it wrong. So Jersey Joe Walcott will be given to the 10th seed in this whole thing. Seeds sometimes don't matter. 2 is Marvin Johnson. So Marvin Johnson gets the 2 seed for some reason, but that's the way it goes. So Marvin Johnson will face Bob Foster in the first round. He might lose. 20 is Gushikin from Japan. He'll be given the 11th seed. Gushikin. So Gushikin. And then number 29, that's Bettina. So Bettina, I'm not too sure about. So Melo Bettina will be given the 25 seed in this tournament. Next is number 8. That is James Jeffries. So he's given number 12. So James Jeffries, we don't know who he faces in the first round, but it might be big. 32 is, who's in Group C? John Sullivan. John L. Sullivan. So he's given the 13 seed. John L. Sullivan. And he will face no one yet. We don't know. We just don't know. 21. Next up is Barney Ross. So Ross will be given the 14th seed. So yeah. 14 for Barney Ross. Sorry about that. Freddie Little is the 3 seed. Okay, I apologize. Technical difficulties. So Freddie Little will face Ayala. Paulie Ayala. He might not win. 7 is next. That is Young Griffo from Australia. So Young Griffo will be the 4 seed and will face Calabe first. John L. Sullivan. I have a quick move. What was it? 7? Yeah. So drop on that. 11 is George Carpentier. Did I do 14? Carpentier, yep. So George Carpentier, the legendary French, will be number 15 seed. 13 next on the list, and that is Dave Sands, who I will put on the low end of the totem pole. So Dave Sands will face Jofra in the first round. 22 is Fred Welsh from Wales. So he will be number 23, right? So Freddie Welsh will take on Jersey Joe Wolcott in the first round. 3 is Tommy Ryan. So Tommy Ryan is the number 5 seed, I think, right? So Tommy Ryan. Wow, it would be nice to see Tommy Ryan versus James Jeffries. Could be with James Jeffries. He gets Crothers in the first round. 27 is next. And that's Harris Morgan, who somehow qualified undefeated. But the good news for him is the draw puts him number 6, and he'll face Kalule first up on the board. Number 23 is next. And that's Frankie Schiol. Schiol. And I think he's number 23, right? 22. So Frankie Joel will face Gushikin in the first round, with Harris Martin and Kalule also in the subgroup. 25 is Prince Nassim Hamed. I think I did number 16, right? I didn't. So Prince Hamed will be number 16 on the list. That's not a bad seed. 10 is Larry Holmes. Man, Larry Holmes didn't get drawn. So he gets Hamed, and he might get into the thing. He has to deal with Rodriguez or Schultz. 4 is Jack Dempsey NP. The Irishman. Jack Dempsey NP. He's number 7, right? Jack Dempsey NP. Yes. So where's 7? There's 7. Jack Dempsey NP. The Irishman. Number 7, he'll face Cuban Black Bill with Jersey Joe Wolcott and Freddie Welsh in the wings. That automatically means that Benny Briscoe gets the 8th seed because he's the only other. Benny Briscoe gets Bettina, Joffrey, and Sands. So Joffrey might have the advantage. So I will do this by alphabet. How many more spots do I have left? I have 4 spots left. We're going to do it by alphabet. And who has not been picked? Jack Sharkey has not been picked. So Jack Sharkey. Sorry. So Jack Sharkey, the legendary, actually the Irish Jack Sharkey, I should say, will be the 18th seed and will face Carpaccio. Oh, that's a tasty one. Jem Mace will be the 20 seed and will face John L. Sullivan first. So, man, that's enticing. Jem Mace. Tommy West from Wales, he's the 19th seed. He'll face Bernie Ross first and foremost, and Ellsworth Webb will be given the 21 seed and will face James Jeffries. So, all right. So A, B, C. Well, Group D. The problem with Group D is that I've run out of room in my margin, so I have to make sure. Okay, so give me some time. Give me a little more. Give me just a little more time. 16, 17, 8, 25, 9, 24. Subsection. 13. No, that can't be right. 4. Sorry. 429. 1320. 528. 1221. 231. 1518. 724. 1021. 3 is 30. 14 versus 19. 6 versus 27. And 11 versus 22. Okay. Sorry about that. Now I gotta do the dice roll. I gotta do the randomization for Group D. Alright, so okay. So here we go. What do we got? What do we got for numbers? Alright, first number is 6. And that is Jack Dempsey. Woohoo! Jack Dempsey is still number 1 overall seed. the American Jack Dempsey. Oh, so Jack Dempsey's the 1 seed. Well, the numbers were 29. Don Jordan. So Don Jordan will be the first opponent for Jack Dempsey. Ooh. 13. Number 13 is Tiger Jack Fox. Now there's 7 undefeated guys, so that means Tiger Jack Fox will be number 8 seed. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Tiger Jack Fox getting a decent number. Next up is number 25. That is George Levine. So George Levine will be number 31 in the seeding. Not good. Okay, 9. Next up is number 9. That is Tommy Gibbons, and I'll give him the number 30 seed in the tournament. So Tommy Gibbons, number 30. 1 is Joe Louis. So Joe Louis in the same group as Jack Dempsey. Thankfully, they don't have to face each other. But Joe Louis will face George Levine to start. 19. Huh? That is Fabrice Tiasso. So I'm going to give him number 21 because I'm thinking I need a number in between. Tiasso is good, but not that good. So I'll give him number 21. Weird, eh? 30 is Danny Moyer. So Danny Moyer will be number 29. So he'll be mincemeat for whoever number 4 is. 3 is Joe Frazier. Speaking of, so Joe Frazier will face Tommy Gibbons in the first round. So Joe Frazier's number came up. Yeah, Joe Frazier's came up. Jack Dempsey's. Dempsey's number. I apologize. I got it right. Okay, and 1. That Joe Louis was number 1. Oh no. Oh, did I fuck up? So it's a 1, 2, 3. We're on 5, 6. Okay, and then it was 17, 20, 23 is because 23 is not there. Why did I put 23 down? Okay, so the numbers. All right, I got everything fixed. Shit. Then I put Tiger Jack Fox in the wrong spot. Technically. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. No, I didn't. I did the right thing. I apologize. I completely goofed it. 16 is Jack Blackburn. So Blackburn will be number 28 on the list. So number 28 is Jack Blackburn. Of course, this is for rating purposes. Number 10 is Rocky Eni of Germany. And Rocky Eni of Germany will get the number 18 seed. He's not good, but he's not that bad. So kind of in the middle. 2 is Sam Langford, the Canadian Sam Langford. He's number 4. So Sam Langford gets Moyer in the first round. Oh, I hope so. Canada has choked with guys. 28. Next on the number, that's Tony Sale. And Tony Sale will get the 9 seed in this one. 15 is Benny Leonard, so he'll get number 10. And he'll face Tiasso in the first round. 8 is next, and that is Bobby Dobbs. He'll be given the number 27 seed. All that, he doesn't know his opponent yet. And then number 20 is Florentino Fernandez. Will be given the 5 seed. The Cuban sensation will face Blackburn in the first round. Number 20. And then 14 is Giulio Loy of Italy. Loy will be given the 15 seed. He's not good, but he's not bad. So Loy will face Rocchioni with the Joe Louis and George Levine group. 17. Next up is Bert Lytell. Nope. 26. 26 has been filled up. Where's 26? Where's 26? I don't see the number. 26 is supposed to be number 7. Oh, okay. Now I did one number straight, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. I fixed that. Probably didn't know. Next up will be. Oh, it can't be Tiasso. I fucked up. Did I fuck up? Oh, I did fuck up. It was supposed to be Mike Lucy next with the ping pong ball. So Mike Lucy will be given the 6th seed. And will face Dobbs. So, okay, he's undefeated. Oh, that means that Ricardo Lopez is the 7th seed guaranteed because he was undefeated. So Ricardo Lopez will face Leitao with Benny Leonard and Tiasso there. So let's see if Ricardo Lopez. Remember, he beat Tyson in the semifinals of the 94 tournament. Okay, I fixed the problem. 31 is Ken Oberlin. So he'll be given number 25, right? Yeah, so Oberlin will face Tiger Jack Fox. I feel like there's going to be a group of death. Well, 24 is the next number. So Carmen Basilio. And he's given the number 19 seed because he's not good, but he's not bad. 7 is Sugar Ray Leonard. So Sugar Ray will be number 10. Number 11, Sugar Ray Leonard. Will be number 11. So he's good because you got Lucy and Dobbs. He might even steal it. 21 is Pete Herman. Not Pee Wee Herman, Pete Herman. And he will be facing Tony Sale. So there's a Tiger Jack Fox, Ken Oberlin, Tony Sale, and Pete Herman. There's nothing between those guys. And one of those guys will be in the round of 32, guaranteed. 27 is Miguel Lora. So Miguel Lora will be given number 13 on the list. So that's not a bad number for him. 5 is Ricardo Lopez. We already know about that. 4 is Floyd Patterson. So Patterson will be given the 12 seed. Oh, that'll be an interesting Final Four. And the last number to come is 23 for John Henry Lewis. John Henry Lewis. 23. Where's 23? 23 should be with 10, right? Oh, then Tiasso. Okay, so Tiasso somehow. Okay, I screwed up. John Henry Lewis will face Sugar Ray Leonard with Lucy and Dobbs. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so I got 5 names I gotta pull out of the hat. Let's see. So Keith Holmes. So Keith Holmes will face Floyd Patterson as the 21 seed with Fernandez and Blackburn. So Keith Holmes. That leaves me with 4 names that have not been called. Vasily Girov of Kazakhstan, who got Kazakhstan to the Legends League. He'll be number 20. Will face Miguel Lora with Langford and Lawyer. So Langford could be good. It could be good for him. Miguel Lora. Tommy Laughlin will be the 14 seed and will face Basilio, but have to deal with Fraser or Gibbons. 2 more names, right? Yeah. Jorge Castro is number 16, and number 17 is Gene Fulmer. So those guys will be probably Jack Dempsey's foils. Alright, so that's that. So I'm going to give you guys the lineups and all that. Of course, I'll do the tournaments so you can follow along, but here we go. Group A will have Young Corbett II versus Frank Klaus. First round matches. Carlos Monzon versus Jack Sharkey. Roberto Duran versus Holman Williams. Archie Moore versus young Jack Thompson. Jack McCaffrey versus Terry McGovern. Muhammad Ali versus Packy McFarland. Stanley Catchell versus Joe Gans. Not Panama Joe Gans. Normal Joe Gans. Ken Norton versus Mike Donovan. Hank Griffin versus Oleg Maskiev. Jeff Vanish versus Sergio Palma. Sandy Sadler versus Henry Armstrong. Billy Miskey versus Cal McCarthy. Jimmy Berry versus Benny Yanger. Salvador Sanchez versus Bruno Gerard. Gabriel Lorde versus Joey Maxim. And Bruno Akari versus John Powell Park. Okay, Group B. We got Percy Bassett versus Wesley Remy. Jack Johnson versus Billy Pep. Mike McCollum versus Jack Delaney. Pernell Whitaker versus Jack Burke. Dutch Boy Jim versus Sun Kill Moon. Buster Mathis versus Bobby Montgomery. Lloyd Marshall versus Fritzy Civic. Gene Tunney versus Tyrone Everett. Hector Camacho versus Dwight Kwai. Ava Tal versus Harry Greb. Rocky Marciano versus Travis Sims. Jiro Watanabe versus Tony Shuko. Chris Bird versus Ben Jordan. Sugar Ray Robinson versus Mike Tyson. Oh boy. Sosa Cole of Thailand against Michael Nunn. And Tiger Flowers versus Charlie Burley. Group C is Luis Manuel Rodriguez versus Gustav Schultz. Prince Naseem Hamed versus Larry Holmes. Benny Briscoe versus Malino Batina. Andrew Jeffro versus Dave Sams. Young Griffo versus Solomon Kalabe. John O'Sullivan versus Jim Mace. Tommy Ryan versus Jimmy Carruthers. James Jeffries versus Ellsworth Webb. Marvin Johnson versus Bob Foster. George Carpentier versus Jack Sharkey Ireland. Jack Dempsey NP versus Cuban Black Belt. Jersey J. Wolcott versus Freddie Welsh. Freddie Little versus Pablo Ayala. Barney Ross versus Tommy West, I guess that's his name. Harris Martin versus Ayub Kailule. And Yukio Kushikin versus Frankie Shao. Group E sees Jack Dempsey versus Don Jordan. Group D. Jorge Castro versus Gene Fulmer. Tiger Jack Fox versus Ken Overland. Tony Sale versus Pete Herman. Sam Langford versus Danny Moyer. Miguel Laura versus Vasily Girov. Florentina Fernandez versus Jack Blackburn. And Floyd Patterson versus Keith Holmes. Joe Louis versus George Levine. Delo Loy versus Graciano Rocchigiani. Ricardo Lopez versus Bert Lytle. Benny Leonard versus Fabrice Piasso. Joe Frazier versus Tommy Gibbons. Tommy Laughlin versus Camilo Basilo. Mike Lucy versus Bobby Dobbs. And finally, Sugar Ray Leonard versus John Henry Lewis. So you can figure it out for yourselves. There will be hopefully favorites and all that. So hopefully you can join me for a good rip-roaring 4 tournaments all in one day. I gotta do that. And you will get all the matches that you can carry. It is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu for now.